Honourable Member Rahui Kautini.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I am pleased to stand to this Taxation Canterbury Earthquake Measures Bill to discuss the proposed measures to deal with taxation issues arising from the earthquakes that occurred on 4 September 2010 and 22 February 2011 and affected the entire Canterbury region. This bill is absolutely necessary to enable the communities of Christchurch to respond to and recover from the impacts of the Canterbury earthquakes. There are dual purposes: the restoration and rehabilitation of communities left shattered by the natural disasters and the rebuilding of the Greater Christchurch area. The Māori Party has actively supported the rebuilding of the Māori community in Ōtautahi. In doing so, we've been very aware of the impressive iwi contribution to recovery effort of this scale. Iwi organisations sent donations and people to support relief efforts, including Rōpū from Te Arawa, Tainui, Ngāti Rārua and Ngāti Whātua. Enormous containers of supplies were distributed from Pipitea Marae here in Wellington. In short, there has been a systematic effort by iwi to relief and reconstruction. In the immediate aftermath of the quake, Marae opened their doors to all people in search of refuge, food and accommodation. The marae in Ōtautahi became command centres for different agencies, Māori sectors of the police, fire service, health providers, Te Puni Kōkiri, Māori media, Ngai Tahu and so on. 70 wātene Māori assisted police and non-government organisations checking on people in the hotspots. In other rohe, Takitimu, Te Arawa, Te Tai-Tokerau, whānau arrived either in transit or returning home to an uncertain future. And of course this weekend we are all gearing up for the global telethon being led by Māori Television, Rise Up Christchurch, Te Kōtahitanga. I was really moved by the words of Māori Television Service Chief Executive Jim Mather. Rise Up Christchurch, Te Kōtahitanga will inspire and unite New Zealanders across the globe to support the people of Christchurch as they rise up Christchurch from this challenge that Papatūānuku has presented. This bill then, the Taxation Canterbury Earthquake Measures Bill, falls well within the context of the leadership that Māori communities and whānau have already shown in leading up to this point. We must ensure the Canterbury Earthquake Recovery Authority learns from this lesson and leans on this leadership. And we can apply that same thinking to the proposed measures to deal with taxation issues arising from the earthquakes. A focused and timely recovery of Greater Christchurch and its communities will be assisted by all of us pitching in. So we support the intention of this bill to exempt from income tax and fringe benefit tax certain welfare contributions made by some employers to their employees in the 2 months after each of the two big earthquakes, provide income tax and gift duty relief to businesses that donated trading stock with the intention of helping alleviate the impact of the Canterbury earthquakes and its aftershocks from 4 September 2010 to 31 March 2012, provide a discretion to exclude from the other payments category of income for working for families certain payments made to people adversely affected by the Canterbury earthquakes and similar events, and extending the redundancy tax credit by 6 months to 30 September 2011. These proposals will work in a number of ways. It is proposed that a tax exemption apply where targeted welfare in the form of cash, including pro rata payments to Canterbury staff, and or goods or services has been provided to known staff. Some employers have provided emergency accommodation for their staff. It is also proposed that this be tax exempt. Some employers have made welfare contributions that fall into sundry benefits available to all staff and targeted welfare to known recipients. It is proposed that these welfare type benefits be tax exempt for compliance and equity reasons where they are unclassified benefits, generally available to all staff and provided in the 8 weeks after both Canterbury earthquake and the Christchurch one. These benefits have an obvious welfare intention. Mr Speaker, in essence, this bill is both pragmatic and technical in its application. And having said so, however, I would be very interested to learn from the Minister what the response of mana whenua has been to the provisions included within. In a recent submission to Parliament, Te Runanga o Ngaitahu stated, and I quote, "Like the Crown and local government, we are a perpetual presence with histories, aspirations and accountabilities to contribute to the recovery and rebuilding of Christchurch. The Māori Party has therefore been very pleased that Te Runanga o Ngaitahu is explicitly stated as one of the entities that the Canterbury Earthquake Recovery Authority must work alongside, and that Ngaitahu and other Māori will be included in the community forum. Mana whenua must remain an essential part of the recovery strategy and have helped to lead development of CBD recovery plan and other statutory plans. To this end, whether it be about employer welfare contributions, targeted welfare, tax relief for donated trading stock, tax relief for other categories of income for working for families, or a redundancy tax credit, such details should still benefit from ample consideration with Ngaitahu as to their application. We're supporting the measures included in this bill, and we believe they represent a commitment to doing whatever it takes to enable the people of Canterbury every opportunity to respond and recover from the impacts of the Canterbury earthquakes. We are happy to support this bill.
I call the honourable member